Welcome to Gigonometry, and we have with us here tonight Admission, who are going to be playing in a little while for us. So let's introduce the band. We have Paul, who's all the way from Derry.
That's me. How's it going?
We have Tom, who's all the way from Sheffield and Dublin or something, is that it?
Yeah, it's me.
Cool. And Sean, who's from Liverpool.
How's it going?
So you're truly an international band, and there's one missing member. He just disappeared in a puff of smoke about 2 minutes ago, and he's
Brazilian. Fernando, yeah.
Fernando.
Basically.
Fernando from Brazil. So with such an international lineup, who's the brains behind the operation?
Well, it's a group me and Sean kind of put together about a year or so ago. We played together in different bands together, and we kind of veered off paths, and then we just came back and said, let's get these songs going. Okay. So ever since, we've just built it up.
And you picked up Tom and Fernando, obviously, along the way. How did that come about?
Fernando actually knows Sean's girlfriend, and Tom we actually found through an advert. Yeah, which is the way a lot of people are doing it these days, you know. But
yeah, absolutely. You just got to try, test out different people. Yeah, so buy and sell or whatever musicians want it. It's great, isn't it? Musicians for sale.
Fit the spot, you know. He blew us away. Basically, he got the songs right and knew it was the right fit at the time. So
deadly. So you're kind of this mysterious band, because when I first came across you, and I listened to some fairly rough demos that you've done, but I really liked the feel of them, and I was trying to search for these online and stuff, just nothing could be found. So it's pretty new and it's pretty fresh. Any plans for a release or anything this year, Paul?
We're actually recording on Sunday this week. We're going in to do our first single, and we have the video ready to release as well. So that'll be probably late June. We'll do a launch gig for that, and hopefully the name will get out. We have the website done now, so everything's in preparation to launch, you know. Yeah. So
this is a very professional outfit here, folks. I can tell you, very efficient by email and all that kind of stuff. Logos being sent left, right, and centre. Anything I asked, delivered within 24 hours. Very impressive. So if the rest of the plan for 2015 is as efficient as the way you've been operating so far, then it's going to be a really good year for you. So prior to this, you were saying, Paul, that you played in different bands. So what about yourself, Tom? Were you in a band before this as well? Because you're the front man, right?
Yeah, like these two are from Dublin, so there's loads of original bands, but where I was, it was mainly cover acts, so yeah. I did a little bit, not as much as Paul and Sean did, though.
Yeah, okay. And you're playing guitar for Tom, and you're playing keyboards, I think, for a couple of tracks as well. Which is your dominant?
One track so far, and then rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar. Yeah, driver guitar. Then.
Okay. And is that something you've been doing all your life since you were a kid, kind of thing, strumming the guitar and putting your poems to music, yeah?
Really? Yeah, since about 12, and all my family play different instruments as well, so...
So you're surrounded by music, yeah. And come here, Sean, what about you? Because I know you from another band from a couple of years ago as well. So how did you get involved with this mob?
Me and Paul were playing in a band maybe about 6 years ago with another Paul, and we probably done like 2 gigs, but it didn't work out. Yeah. And then we went our separate ways, joined other bands, and then we came back together. Like Paul actually contacted me to get some songs together that I wrote, and he was saying, "You need to get these songs together." Like, so we jammed. And then we got Fernando, and then we got Tom, and then Tom brought in some of his own songs, and now we're writing together as a band, like, which is great. Look.
Okay, that was something that I was curious about, because when I saw you about a month ago, really enjoyed the gig, by the way. But I was kind of wondering, is there kind of 2 halves to this band, and I could see it beginning to blend together. Is that something you've been very conscious of then?
Not so much conscious of, but it's something we had to do at the start anyway. Like, we had about 7 songs or something. So like Tom had to learn them anyway to get us gigging, and then he brought in his songs, so we incorporated them to the set. And now we're all writing together. Like, yeah. Basically a month into Tom playing with us, we're writing new songs, and that one of those is actually going to be the first single. So
excellent. That's pretty well done, Tom, I say. Yeah, because I know as a guitar player myself, Sean, you know, and you're used to playing with Paul, and then of course Tom comes along with his guitar, and somehow you 2 guys have to blend in, just like the drummer and the bass player have to blend in. How did you guys consciously sit down and talk about that and then work it out, or again, did it just come together?
Both. Yeah. We work on specific things. Like, if there's something that needs to be worked on, me and him would get together and jam without the lads, and we'd work on things. And
that kind of comes true, because there's really nice interplay between the 2 guitars, you know, and that's a really strong point of the band. And I'm getting a kind of an early kind of REM sort of a feel from the sound or something. Am I anywhere near the ball mark at all? Where's your influences coming from?
My favourite band since I was little kid, so it probably is, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, because I was saying to somebody the other night, you should come and see this band Admission if you ever liked early REM, and I even referenced Chronic Town, and I presume you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's good EP.
Yeah, That's the first EP. So
Yeah.
well done, me. So, other influences?
It'd be everything, to be honest with you. Like,
I grew up listening to the Beatles, being from Liverpool. And
Of course.
there was stuff on. My mother always had music blasting when we were real young, so there was none to play instruments, but my mum and dad like had big stacks of vinyl from this wall to this wall in the gaff, like, and there was always music on really loud, like the Beatles and T-Rex and stuff was always playing in the background.
Isn't that just a lovely image, Sean, growing up as a young fella in Liverpool of all places and just being surrounded? And when did you decide, Sean, that I need to start doing this myself?
I was always interested in lyrics, like even before I had an interest in an instrument, like, because I used to be rooting through the vinyls and looking at the words, and I think that's how I learned how to structure songs, like without even knowing that I was learning. And then when I was about 14, 15, I had a part-time job, and my first wages like bought a guitar, like, and I've been playing ever since.
Classic story. That's brilliant, isn't it? Just lovely to hear it, and you can really visualise that scene. So listen, it's great that from all different parts of the world you've all found each other in Dublin of all places. Paul, I'm just intrigued because there's a very strong scene up in Derry as well. Why did you choose Dublin over Derry? Was it because, again, of Sean and his relocation?
no, I've actually been living here about 24 years. So I've been here since I was like 2 or 3, you know.
And you've still got an accent.
Thank God.
How come that?
No, I'm happy I do. It's mixed now. Like, a lot of people think I'm from Donegal. Like, you know, when I go back home, they think I've got a Dublin accent, so it works both ways, you know.
Oh, that's gas. We would never have thought that. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you guys, and I'm really looking forward to your set later on. So thanks a million from all at Gigonometry.
Thanks.